DSC Real Estate Show. I'm D.
I'm C.
Hi, everyone. Did y'all check out that game this week, man? That Seattle versus San Francisco, that was off the chain.
That game was fire last night.
Wow, man. Well, let's talk a little bit about our new topic today is contract guide to dates and deadlines.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to talk about contract. So basically what it is, if I'm working with a first-time home buyer and I've been showing them properties and everything, one of the things they say, oh, I found you. We found a house. Now, we need to write the contract. So I'm about to write the contract. One of the biggest things on that contract that I'm writing is, well, we need to get the contract accepted first.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through some deadlines. It's like 39 of them. I'm gonna try to hit the most important ones. So obviously we can't go through 39. We'll be here all day. But first one is the major one is the acceptance deadline. We usually start backwards, and that's usually the last one on the list. But the acceptance deadline, I usually have that within 24 hours, okay? And then the next one from there, I just kind of work my way back. You have your closing date. When do we want to close? The closing date is typically between 30 and 45 days, depends on your lender. So I usually get with the lender and kind of find out what is his dates and deadline, what kind of loan it is. If it's say a VA, they typically want to go 45 days. A standard loan is usually 30 days, correct?
Yes, sir.
You know, it just depends on, how we're doing it, so, okay? So on the next one, I would say is probably, with me, is the inspection, okay?
That's a big one.
I want to get the inspection done within, say, 3 to 5 days. They say standard is between 5 and 10 days, but I like to get mine between the first 3 or 5 days. That's why. Because, I have appraisal we need to order. So if we can get through that process, we do the deadline for the inspection, we get it done early. Everything goes well, then we get to the appraisal. And then what's next after the appraisal? We have the loan termination deadline. I'm gonna let you talk a little bit about that. That's one of the big things that's on the list. But we have quite a few things that's part of the deadlines that we need to cover. I'm gonna cover it real quick. With HOA, we got HOA, we got title insurance, which is, you need that. That's the ones who close for you. We have lead-based paint disclosures, which if a house prior to 1978, any house from 1978 and below need lead-based, we have to submit a disclosure on that. And that's usually the first 1 or 2 days you have to provide that disclosure. And then from that on the contract, you got 10 days to either have an inspection on that or not. Okay, so that's just part of it. But I want you to talk a little bit on your side, what's needed on the loan portion side.
Sure. Let me share some information with you on the loan side. It's funny because when we started doing the research for this, I found out that there were 39 dates and deadlines, and we really only focus on about 3 or 4 of them. The big ones for us are first the loan application deadline. Most realtors want to see that loan application deadline within 1 to 3 days after you go under contract. The big thing that we do at Fairway is we start your application right away. So we're going to get the approval, we're going to run you through desktop underwriting, we're going to have all your personal documents, your bank statements, your pay stubs, taxes, and all that stuff in a shared drive and accessible to everyone on the team. So your loan application deadline, we're going to be able to meet that up front. Once you get through the inspection resolution, the big thing that we like to do is make sure that we have the appraisal already kind of set up in the queue. So we've already ordered that with our appraisal management company, and we only pull that back in the event that you're running into issues getting the resolution. So we make sure that that appraisal is on there so that we can meet the appraisal deadline. So the dates and deadlines that David or any realtor is putting in the contract, those dates and deadlines become our dates and deadlines at Fairway. And everyone on our team has access to those dates and deadlines to make sure that we're meeting those dates. The other really big one for us on the lending side is the loan termination deadline. A little bit of a confusion there. Most people think that you have to have your clear to close by your loan termination deadline, and that's not actually accurate. You want to have your loan approved through the underwriting process by the loan termination deadline. So we can provide that. But if you don't have your clear to close, we typically try to get the clear to close by that deadline as well, because if something falls out after that date, then you're going to need a superstar like David to bring out the big bat and battle with that selling realtor to get your earnest money back.
And to talk about the earnest money, that's one of the bigger deadlines. First 3 days, we need to get that earnest money. I didn't talk a little bit about that. We need to get that earnest money to hold the property so nobody else can see the property other than the buyer.
That makes sense.
So
and make sure that we can track where that earnest money came from too. That's a big one.
So the first 3 days, you have a deadline. So you need to meet that 3-day deadline, or the seller can actually, if, say for instance, I just went on vacation, I forgot to turn the earnest money. The seller actually, if you don't get it to the title company in 3 days, they can actually recant that offer.
Wow.
So that's why that earnest money deadline is very crucial also too, and it's crucial to everything. Every deadline in here. That's why it's so crucial. You have to beat the deadline, or you're in jeopardy of losing that earnest money as a buyer. So that's my job as a realtor, to make sure that we stay on point. And also too, when you receive a contract, buyer or seller, you can, if you have a legal team, or if you have an attorney to look at it, have them look at it. Okay?
That's always good advice.
Why don't you give me your information?
Wait, you can always reach me at Calvin Mallard at Fairway Independent Mortgage, direct at 720-364-9726. You can do an application online at loansbycalvin.com, and you can also check me out on Facebook at loansbycalvin.com. David, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Okay, David Babineau, Caldwell Banker, Residential Brokers. Phone number is 303-903-0395, or you can hit me up on Instagram and Facebook at The Real Estate Man 24/7. Have a blessed day, everyone.
Have a great day, everybody. Thank you.